This is the only problem with living back here on my condo is it's been raining for about an hour and a half, and yeah, I don't know if we're just a little bit low back here, but it floods bad. It will go away fairly fast. It's about 5:30 p.m. This mess will be gone by 6:30 p.m. now that the heavy rain has dropped. But what I did, I learned the hard way, is you need to go pick up some junky shoes like these and put your shoes in your backpack, and then have your rubber shower shoes or whatnot if you absolutely have to go somewhere. And then I just keep these in a rubber. Hi. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, see, he's got it down. You gotta have your water shoes and your Nikes put away in the backpack, and I think that's my dinner. Yeah, definitely put a 30-baht tip on there. That man's working hard out on these flooded streets. I did plug in to try to get a cab about a half hour ago, and it said 20-minute wait. I waited 18 minutes and they canceled. That was on Grab. I'm sure they got an airport offer, something better than my 1.5 kilometer ride to, I'm just going down to the Royal Oak on Soi 33.5. Having a little get together tonight. My buddies, I don't know if it's a meetup or what, but 95 people signed up. With the amount of flooding out on the streets, I'll bet 20 or 30 people will show up. Flooding's still pretty bad. It's 7 o'clock now, and I gotta go. No chance of getting a car. It's still kind of sprinkling this whole time. So motorbike it is, and just wearing shorts and my little flip-flops. So I'll live. Probably gonna get a little wet, but I'm not staying home. It was every man for itself. I got canceled twice with motorbikes. Down the way here's O'Shea's on the left. So as soon as a motorbike pulled up, and I'm sure he already had another ride scheduled, I just said, hey man, I'll give you 100 baht, let's roll. He absolutely. And I feel a little bad. I think he canceled somebody else, but I just got canceled twice in a row. So I think that's the reason why, is they just got a better deal. And 100 baht sounds like a lot when the fare should be 37 baht, but really it's not even $3. And it got me here in 5 minutes. Otherwise I'd still be sitting over there in my flooded little street. My buddy Rishi just showed up. He just started doing some stand-up over here, and I used to do stand-up back in California, so we talk about that. They just remodeled the place. They have some good artwork on the wall. There's David Bowie. And then upstairs here at the Royal Oak is, I don't know if it's called the Bangkok Chess Club. They have some chess tables. Oh, they have the chess tables put away. Normally there's some chess tables right here, but up on the 3rd or 4th floor is the Bangkok Comedy Club. It is about 10:30. We're still hanging out the Royal Oak, and it has been sprinkling since at least 3 in the afternoon. So even just this little bit of rain is not helping with those gutters draining up there by my house. Hey everybody, it's Friday morning. Well, actually afternoon. I think it's about 1. I'm gonna head over to the Big C on the beach cruiser. It's actually a nice cool day. It's probably high 70s, nice breeze going. Maybe it's in the 80s, but anything under 95, 100 degrees feels cool to me these days, so feels great. And there's the old yellow beach cruiser. It's not easy to find these bikes over here. The best I could do was, I think this is a Japanese bike. It's fine, but it has, what's it called, Wharf or something? It has brakes on the front and back, and I just wanted a real simple foot brake bike, but yeah, impossible to find. Myself, I've always been a simple beach cruiser guy. I'm not sure about yellow, but you can pick up a cheaper mountain bike like this yellow bike for cheap at the Big C or the Decathlon sporting goods store. I did a video on that place. But this will get the job done for me. Now the weather's turning. It is the rainy season. I said it was 1, but I think it's 12:45. It's getting, well, it's blue sky there, but it'll rain at 4, 5, 6 in the afternoon every day. And sometimes it'll start earlier at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So I'm gonna make a run over to Big C and hopefully try to keep dry in and out of there in a half hour. Leaving my pad, you can see the traffic going from here all the way to Sukhumvit. It's, I don't know what that is, maybe a half a kilometer, but they use this street of mine, Soi 26, to cut over to Rama 4, and that's where I'm heading. Rama 4 has the Big C and Lotus shopping centers. And that's the Four Wings Hotel. Riding a bike around here, it's not that big a deal. People are pretty respectful. If you're gonna get shook up with motorbikes zipping by you, because what's gonna happen is there's gonna be a car, and then there's gonna be a motorbike, and then right here where you're riding, yeah, they're not idiots. They'll get out of your way, but don't be put off. You have every right to ride your bike down the road as anybody else. And that's Soi 26, where all the traffic heading to Sukhumvit starts. My condo's right up there, and the Four Wings Hotel. And then this street, however far that distance is, little more than a half a kilometer, I'd guess, you'll hit Rama 4, and on the left is Big C. Then right across from Big C on the other side of Rama 4 is Lotus. Both of those are large shopping centers. When you get to the Big C, on the right is something called the A Square Mall. You'll find that Flow House, Fake Wave, and the Harley Davidson shop if you want to pick up a t-shirt. Just cruising. There's a gym right up here to the right, left side. I got a pretty good gym at the condo. No, this isn't it. This is the Indian restaurant. Sorry about that. I need to try this Indian restaurant. So many places to check out. And you heard that terrible rear brake of mine. I got to change the brake pads. Front brakes are okay, but I wish I just had a pedal brake. I'm a dummy. I passed the gym. Anyhow, there was a gym right there, a powerhouse, something like that, if you're looking for a little inspiration. This is just an office building here on the left. Architects. Oh no, here's the gym. Yeah, the classic gym. I'm still learning my way around. So there's Grill Dawn, and that's the classic gym. Buttercup. And this restaurant, Loy Rome, I think it's called Loy Rome. It says there's a sign somewhere. It says it's a taste of Scandinavia. I'm not sure. Look up Loy Rome. There used to be a sign out front, Nordic food or something like that, whatever that is. And I'm trying to ride here without brakes. Apologize, because this is a little tricky intersection right here. Cars just come whipping through here. This is the K Village shopping center. There's a Starbucks and a good Via Market. It closes at 10. Everything down this way, everywhere really around Bangkok other than Asol, Krong Pong, Nana, those places are all 24 hours. But quote unquote normal places, there's the beer collection. They're gonna close at 10. And when you see everybody taking that right turn, that is a little shortcut to get over to Soi 24 and Soi 22 rather than going 100 feet down the way and getting on busy Rama 4. But these shortcuts aren't secret, so there's always, even at 1 in the afternoon, going to be a little bit of a backup. Let me try to sneak through here. Harley Davidson shop's right there in the A Square, and this is the Big C. Here's the Starbucks. I'll take you over to the Via Market. I did a video on this area. Straight ahead are some tennis academies, and then off to the left is a little I don't know what exactly you'd call it, a Japanese food area. Nakamichi Village, something like that. And here's the Via Market. Great little expat market. You'll find tons of things in there you might not find anywhere else. I just got me some Smucker's grape jelly for not bad. It was like $3 US. I'm trying to ride here without brakes and not drop my camera. There's a farmer's market here on Saturday and Sunday morning. It's really nice. There were people selling all kinds of fancy breads and different things, olives. I'm gonna now go, this is the backside of the big C. Wait for a little traffic to die down if that's possible, and then cut across. Yeah, it's not gonna be possible. Just go for it. That is looking off in the Soi 24 area, those high rises. If you want to be down here in Phrom Phong, Soi 24 is a good place to start looking for high rises. Right across, straight across the way there is the Harley Davidson shop. I don't even want to know. Well, actually that's a little controversial. Not controversial, but I was going to say it's crazy money to get a Harley. But they're now starting to build Harleys in Thailand just for the Asian market. So you're not going to get a Harley in the US. It was made in Thailand that I know of. That's what the article said anyhow. But right there is Harley Davidson of Bangkok, I think it's called. And now I'm sure they're going to be building maybe smaller bikes, maybe 200-300cc bikes. I don't know if they're building big, huge 1200cc, if that's what they are, huge Harleys. But they're making them in Thailand now for the Asian market, so you get some kind of Harley over here at a more affordable price without the crazy import fees, I'd guess. And here's some kind of Honda with a Harley look to it, but if you want the real deal, there you go. Myself, I'm not even that anxious to race around Bangkok on, this is one of the more popular bikes, little Honda 150 Clicks. Very popular, or the 125s. You can spend a little money. Let's see if we find one. Okay, that guy's getting on I don't know if that's a 200cc, but you can obviously see it's bigger. That's a little bit more, in my opinion. For these 125s and 150s, they're fine for getting around town. That thing right there can probably race down the highway at a good rate of speed. These are kind of cool. I'm not sure what that is. It says it's a MSX 125, but it's just a little miniature rocket. I don't know if I would get I'd get all that carried away. I'd probably just get myself a regular little motorbike. We were talking about this at the pub the other night, and the discussion always comes up as to Thai driver's license. Do you bother getting one on and on? Half people, yes. The other half, no. Just occasionally keep some 500 baht notes ready to go in the under the seat compartment, and sometimes that solves that problem. I'll let you use your imagination on that. But we were talking about buying bikes, and the one guy said they're not that expensive to buy. I don't know, under $2,000 I think, brand new. Again, I'm not positive. Maybe Hondas are more than some of the other bikes. Not sure, never priced one. But the one guy told me he's just been renting his bike for over a year now from, it's called Fat Boy Scooter, and I see them all over town. And he says it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to buy a bike, because he's probably going to only be here a couple of years and then have to sell it. So he's just renting it, and I forget what the numbers were, but he wasn't coming anywhere near $500 or $1,000 in a year. So do that math. We are at the Big C Shopping Center. It's up on the second deck, pretty much takes up the whole area. But down here and the first floor or street level, you'll find all kinds of restaurants, MK, Santa Fe. You'll find those chain all over Thailand. But back here is the old school food court. Plenty of 60 baht options. Just put a little money on a card. Grab a 10 baht water and it's not huge, but you have maybe 15 things to pick from. I love these massage chairs they have all over the place. They're like, you put 20 baht in there, or what are they exactly? 20 baht for 6 minutes, 50 baht for 15 minutes. And these things tear you up. I mean, it's like a big bowling ball going through there. You just kick back and recharge the batteries. You'll find all the bank branches. These are medium-sized offices anywhere at these big C's. There's at least six desks that I see. But if you're an expat and you're going on your own and you're not great speaking Thai, and they're probably not great speaking English, you might be better off going to Paragon or any of the large places like Terminal 21. They're definitely going to speak English in there, and there'll be no miscommunication. Okay, here's some brand new bikes right here. This says 46,400 Thai baht for a brand new little Honda Wave. I'm not positive, but I think the Honda Wave is a 110. There's not a sticker on there. Yeah, maybe it's a 125. The one right to the left is a 125, and it also says Wave 125. So who knows? These are fairly light bikes. I would probably go with a tiny bit heavier bike, maybe the 150, just a little bit more get up and go when you have clear sailing, and it's probably not a whole bunch more. And I had to look up what that sign said, but it says cash, 46,400 baht, which is roughly less than 1,300 US dollars. Now, again, that's the lightest, probably smallest size, so you're going to have to know what works for you. Here are the larger bikes. These, I think, just have rebates of 10,000 and 5,000. But if the smallest is 1,300 bucks, what's the largest? 2,000? I'm not sure. And there's always floods of clothes. Some of them new, some of them used. You'll find things that I'm sure came from thrift stores in the U.S., Australia, whatever. There'll just be hundreds of different red polo shirts and then green polo shirts, and all organized and hung up, ready to go for 150 baht. This is the Big C. It takes up the whole top floor, and down below are the banks, food courts, all the small shops, everything in here, from electronics to a full-on grocery store, a pharmacy, ophthalmology. Big C and Lotus, they're comparable to Walmarts in the U.S. And there's all the electronics. I got my rice cooker here and toaster oven. Here's the pharmacist. I haven't had a lot of call for prescriptions. One time I got it at the hospital. Just wanted to avoid confusion. Maybe I paid a little bit more at the hospital pharmacy compared to a pharmacy out in town, but so be it. Nice little LG. I can't see the size. It looks like at least a 42-incher, maybe larger, on sale for 8,990 baht. And here's the AirPod Pros. Top of the line are almost 9,000 baht. The middle AirPods are 6,500. And the AirPod 2s, second generation, are 5,300 Thai baht. I wouldn't worry about the cost of things over here that much. Some things you're not going to be able to avoid. I did a video on, I think it was wine, and I'm not a huge wine guy, so I think I threw out, I think it's 20% more, and people were saying, no, that bottle of wine is $45 and you can get it in Walmart for $9. So yeah, you might have to switch to gin. I don't know what to tell you. If you want to have California wine in Thailand, you're going to pay for it. I think Australian wine, I think, is cheaper, but I'm not positive. I've seen cheapy Yellowtail, isn't that from Australia? I know I've bought it here to go meet friends, grab a couple of bottles of wine, and they seem to have been 15 US dollars. Maybe in Ralph's in San Diego, if you buy a 6-pack, you get 20% off and they're $9, but that's not the end of the world. If you want the best gaming laptop, or in my case, I pretty much use a gaming laptop for video editing. It just makes my life easier. Yeah, buy that at Best Buy, or in my case, Costco. That's my go-to for, well, I did get my last one at Best Buy. I'm just getting at, buy a brand new laptop and bring it over here, because that will probably save you $200 or $300, if not more. Some things are more expensive. More electronics, all kinds of washers, dryers, refrigerators. Cheaper bicycles. I did get my mattress pad here. The mattresses, anybody spent time anywhere really in Asia, they're pretty firm. Now these here are for sleeping on the floor, but somewhere in here, I didn't get it at this store, are the memory foam pads to put on the mattress. You can't, maybe we're a little spoiled, at least in the US. I mean, shoot, my last girlfriend, her mattress was thousands of dollars, but it must have been 6-inch memory foam on top. It was like sleeping on a cloud. But here, you're gonna get maybe, there's a 1-inch memory foam or a 2-inch, I think. Well, maybe they're over here. I don't know, but the 2-inch it wasn't super cheap. It was $70 or something, but maybe the best $70 I've ever spent. And this might be it. No, what that is some of these are pads for sleeping on the floor, kind of, you know, if there's a 1-bedroom apartment and there's a family of 6 people staying in there, well, they have these different fold-up things you break out when it's time to go to sleep. And I think that's what that is. It was just sitting on top of a mattress. That would be like, kind of like laying on a pillow. I mean, the memory foam is great. And here's some cheapy skateboards, 700 baht. I have these like cheapy frying pans. Don't waste your money on those. I accidentally did, figuring I wasn't going to cook that much. For, what is this, 1,390 baht, you can get 2 Tefal. Nice heavy duty or heavier duty. There's probably, I don't know what this is, it's 3,490 baht, but it's a pretty large, looks to be stainless steel. I'm just saying, I bought, no, that's a heavy one. I bought one of these junky, yeah, just a little tinny things for cooking spaghetti, and even you'd boil water and throw the spaghetti in there, and a couple of pieces would burn on the bottom. So don't waste your money on that if you're gonna cook even a few times a month. And here you go, for a little under 3,000 baht, you can get yourself a nice set of heavy-duty cookware. That's not bad. I mean, sure, these little 200 baht skillets might seem like a good idea until you go to cook something. The other thing I've mentioned in other videos is sheets. Sheets are impossible to find over here. You cannot find a flat sheet, and that is what I use to sleep with. I certainly don't sleep under a comforter, even with a fan blowing on me, or if the air conditioner's on. Yeah, the last thing I want to do is get under a comforter. So a nice set of sheets, which I did not bring, would be better than whatever I bought here. I'm sure it's 180 thread count without a flat sheet. So I'm using the 2 fitted sheets, the little, whatever you call it, elastic around, so it wraps around the mattress. That is my comforter. So save yourself that problem and bring yourself at least one good set of, I would say, queen sheets, because 90% of condos that I go to are a queen bed, but I happen to have a king size bed right now. So if you want to bring one king and one queen, and if the king size flat sheet is a little big, that's that. And here's the king of beers, 266 baht for a 6-pack, 45 baht for a bottle. Pretty good selection of different craft beers that I don't know what they are, but they're only 119 baht or 100 baht a bottle. Full Moon. It's probably something from the area. There's San Meg Lights, 44 baht. You can't get Bud Light, but Budweiser's here. Corona, $68 a bottle. 68 baht, I'm sorry. Or you can get 3 large Chong or Leos, 158 and 163. I think, I'm not positive, I think Leo is a little stronger. I don't really care, just as long as it's cold, but if you are trying to get your most alcohol buck for the bang, or however you want to say that, look up which is a little stronger. I'm not positive. And if you're bringing the kitty over here, and I don't know anything about that process to import animals, but here's a small dry Friskies, 125 baht. The larger one, 289. What is that? Happy Price. That is the Big C brand, 112. I don't know if I see wet food. Is this wet food in these pouches? I don't even know. No, these are doggy sticks. Here's wet food for dogs. Looks like 60 baht a can. Oh no, here's kitty food over here. Big C cans are 60 baht, or the little tiny ones are 29 baht. I guess this is kind of wet, kind of like, yeah, 22 baht. Cat litter, 215 baht. You can only get about a dozen brands of the cereal I'll see on the US shelves. Fruit Loops, Cocoa Puffs, Frosted Flakes. Here are the prices. Fruit Loops, regular size box, 145 baht. Same with the Frosted Flakes. I mean, there's healthier options. Well, there's Corn Flakes. Big box of Corn Flakes, 127. There's also the macro food, which they have one on Sukhumvit Soy 22. I know I bought a huge bag of Corn Flakes, probably at least 3 of those boxes in just a no frills bag. It was Kellogg's Corn Flakes, and it was cheap. It was 150 baht, I think. So macro foods, sometimes when you're buying a little in bulk like that, you might save some bucks. And I'm not a huge coffee drinker. Somehow I made it through the Navy and up until age 57 without drinking coffee, but it's mostly freeze-dried. I think you're going to have to go to some of the more specialty markets if you want ground roast and all. Maybe these are some beans down here. Again, I'm not positive. I know I came over here with a girlfriend years ago and she was freaking out because at the hotels and all, it was all freeze-dried. She had to find the nearest Starbucks, get her fix. These are 169 for Italian roast. They feel like beans, but what do I know? 329 baht. They have the Starbucks little, whatever those are, the little inserts for the coffee machines. But I'll be the first to admit, I don't know anything about coffee or what it cost over here. I do know Starbucks is not cheap, and there is Cafe Amazon, which is a large chain. I think it's cheaper than Starbucks. If you're going to drink coffee, I would certainly find a local spot, because I'll walk by and just see a line of 10 people standing there waiting for a 35 or 40 baht cup of coffee. And I've mentioned razors over and over, and it's for good reason. If you're a guy that likes to shave tight every day or shave his head, bring a ton of razors. Go to Costco, go to Walmart, whatever you're going to do. But if you run out of razors over here, for the Gillette Fusion, a 4-pack, it's 849 baht. And I know I used to pay $30 for 20 razors, or 20 plus 2 extra at Costco, something like that. I mean, there's some cheaper options. Here's the Gillette Vectors, 155 for 4. But if you're a Mach 3 guy, well, there you go. It's pretty much, what is that? Breaks down to about $3 a razor. And you'll get over here and figure out what you like. There's all kinds of different sauces that are less than $1, delicious. I always get this Italian dressing, 145 baht. It's pretty good. I think you can get a few craft selections. Well, here's how do you say it? McCormick? A little bit more, but smaller bottle. That Italian's fine for me. Somewhere up here I saw some, what do you call it, Paul Newman's dressing, but I think it's 10 bucks. And here it is under the imported products section. You'll find things that are going to be 10 times more expensive than the non-imported. I did pay 210 baht for that sea salt, and you can get for 20 baht a huge bag of local Thai sea salt. So you live and learn. There's a Bullseye barbecue. Looks like it's on sale with the yellow sticker, 148 baht. And I just ran into my buddy Brett here, doing a little grocery shopping. And he mentioned the same thing I'm thinking. Let's get our food and get out of here before the afternoon rain starts. You can see the frozen food section. French fries, 150 baht. Huge bags. Ice cream. If you're an ice cream person, you're gonna have to experiment with the local brands. They're cheaper for one. Somewhere over here, you'll find Haagen-Dazs or even Ben & Jerry's. But I gotta warn you, I've made the mistake. Yeah, here it is. Haagen-Dazs, 375 baht, so over 10 bucks for a little tiny pint. And I got it once, and it was just really freezer burned. Hey, understandably so. It probably has been frozen for 6 months. So you decide if you want to spend over 10 bucks for something that you might take one bite of, and it's not going to taste the same a lot of the time as running into 7-Eleven and grabbing that pint. All kinds of frozen fish, but they have a huge fresh food section. Cheese is kind of expensive, but I love cheese, unlike my American way of thinking of having to get 2 pounds of cheese. I'm in the way of getting 6 slices now and still paying quite a bit of money for it, but I guess I don't need 2 pounds of cheese. I had to move to Thailand to figure that out. Ooh, and I realized I just made a mistake. I always go to the salad bar at Gourmet Market. This one is 350 for these selections and 220 for the leafies. I put it all together, but who cares? It's 117 baht for a big old bag of tomatoes and peppers. I might make another bag with the fruit. Sure, I can go over here and get a piece of fruit and cut it up. But for 100 baht, cut it up for me and put it in a bag. We're good to go. And I am loading up on the grapes. Somebody told me they're on sale from Korea. 49 baht for little package. So I have some nice pre-made items. I got the 150 baht chicken bakery selection. I'm trying to lay low on the bread. I love bakery, but I could stand eating a little less. Looks like some nice croissants, 22 baht a piece. I saw some loaves over here. Let's see, 46 baht for a nice fresh loaf of French bread. This young lady just sold me a couple of spicy sausage, but she's afraid it's going to be too spicy for me. And I laughed. But yeah, I'm going to give it a try. Probably not the best healthy option, but I'm going to cut it up and put it in my rice and have a couple of meals out of it. And there is some lactose-free milk, 157 baht. I think that is the price of the normal milk as well. I'm not a huge milk guy, but I'll throw it on some cereal once in a while. And the skies are about ready to open up. It is the rainy season. You can't escape it. Hopefully, it'll hold off until I get home. I feel the tiniest sprinkle in the air. Thank you so much for riding along with me down to the big sea here, Bangkok, Thailand, my favorite city in the world. And consider subscribing if this is the first time you're checking out my little channel. More walks around Bangkok to come. Have a great afternoon.